So let's talk about your storyline. It's hard for me to imagine that you didn't have a say in it. Were you involved in any way, shape, or form? Did they ask you
for,
like,
for
yeah,
episode 6 of the second season. So when we got it, we knew that like that was coming because it was all building towards something over the last couple episodes, right? So I sang tracks of my tears, and um, I knew I was singing it. So during episode 5, I got some of the prep for it and the context for why I was singing. I was like, okay, well, interesting. And then we all read the episode, and it was really incredible. And some of the conversations, first of all, full credit to Zora and Austin, um, for who Zora is the writer of the episode and Austin creator, for taking this bold step to write this episode. Um, and they've been actually very open with me, John, Alex, in making the tweaks and changes necessary to make sure it feels authentic. Because the last thing I want to do is to do an episode on race and it is not indicative of what the experience is. And Zora has done an amazing job in hearing us. Austin has done an amazing job in hearing us. And I actually was on a phone call during that time with them to be like, okay, well, this conversation feels more accurate if we change this line to be more about like stirring the pot rather than him not really understanding why he wants to say it and leaving that unsaid. I think it should be more blatantly said. So small tweaks like that, they were very, very open to. And Karan, who's our mutual friend, he's an assistant in the room, and he had a role to play in it too. And I was told that he was also involved in that process. So I'm glad that in terms of Brown rep, he represented and he was involved. So I would say that, like, when you do an episode like that, it's like my name's gonna be on there, and Hollywood's been messing up Brown rep for 50 years.
yep.
And it's been poisoning the minds of the people watching it. So we felt this added pressure of getting it right and this added pressure. And I was just very grateful that the entire creative team understood that and was open to getting it right, or as right as we can.
Yeah.
Right. So I wouldn't say it was a negotiation, but it was just a conversation and taking into consideration everyone's experiences and then telling the most truthful story that we can. So yeah, so I hope that answers your question.
No, it did. When I saw it, it was like I've never seen anything like that before in terms of like people like us. Like it's always like very like just tacky the way racism is shown to us. It's very over the top. It's like, oh, the usual like terrorists or the usual 7-Eleven jokes, like things like that. But this was very like relatable in the sense of like we are millennial first gen, like we have to just like laugh it off. So I really did like that about the show that you said that and you didn't
Great.
stir the pot.
Yeah, that conversation between Zoey and Tobin in Zoey's office. Um, I thought that was such an important conversation to have. Um, you know what I mean? So, and to do it correctly, and how we deflect when we need to talk about that stuff, how we laugh it off very easily, just so we can make other people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, where it's hard to put our foot down and be like, hey, actually, I love you as a person, but that wasn't really cool. That's what's hard to do, you know? So the microaggression that you saw earlier, before that scene that leads into the song, the Slumdog joke, it's like, I'm sure, I mean, you may have experienced this, but like someone casually throws a joke that way,
Mm-hmm.
expecting a laugh or something, which is like could get the laugh, But what the laugh is doing is actually causing more issues than the like 5 seconds of humor that come out of it. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, that's why I think it was so important to get it right.